Now joining us are members of the UCLA Bruins, head coach John Savage, and student athletes Peyton Brennan and Rock Chilowski. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach.
Well, first off, I just thank the team, for doing what they did all season. The turnaround that we had from last year was pretty special in a lot of ways. And like I told them, it's the team that really built this. The cast of characters, that remarkable job, day in and day out, weight room, classroom, practice, clubhouse, bus, airplane, hotel, the whole deal. I just was so proud of how they respected the process, and it's that's what you do. That's how you get to Omaha. And I told them that. I said it's a very, very special place. It's the holy grail of college baseball, and it feels somewhat easy when you're here, but I think everybody knows how difficult it is to get here. And I was just so proud of our guys. And disappointing day for sure, tough day, tough circumstances, but at the end of the day, you got to give credit to LSU and certainly Arkansas. So, we can certainly build off this. We've got a bunch of young players that love each other and trust in them, trust their work and trust each other. So, it's a really good stepping stone.
We'll open it up to questions for the student athletes.
Noah Darling, College Baseball Central. Guys, coaches talked a lot about this sophomore class and even some of the freshmen on this team. And Peyton, I know you're a redshirt sophomore, so without revealing any potential professional plans, how does the success of that group excite you guys for the future, and how does coming up just short in Omaha motivate you for next season?
Yeah, coming off of last year, no one really thought we'd be here. We all thought, we talk about coming here, and I chose to go to UCLA to play under Coach Savage and to make it to Omaha. That was always the goal. And to be here, it was a long season, and we battled, and we came together. All the stuff we had to deal with in the fall, losing the field, and I think that just built the team, built us up stronger. And I have 40 best friends now from this season, everything we went to. So it's been an awesome ride. It sucks the way it ended, but we fought, and that's all we can do.
Eric Sorensen of D1 Baseball. Rock, for you, it was kind of weird to see. I've never seen a losing team have so many smiles on their faces after getting eliminated, I should say. Just what does that say? What was that about, you think?
I mean, it's a special group of guys. It was tough going through what we did last year, and I mean, no one really knows what it feels like besides the guys that were in it. And then just the talks and just talking about what we wanted to do this year and how we wanted to do it. And just getting here and getting to experience this was super special to us, and there was no other way we wanted to go out without a fight. And just seeing all the guys in the dugout just still into it in the ninth, even though we were down by 7 runs, it just goes to show you how special of a group that we have and how tight the bond is. It was a special year.
Brady Ullman's LA Times. Rock, I mean, for all you guys, obviously getting to Omaha is the goal, and then you win, but you've also the tight turnaround, the continuation game. Just what has the last week been like for this team?
I mean, we haven't taken anything for granted. I've told multiple people that I've asked how it's been going that this has felt like baseball heaven. Just going through the village and getting to see all the little kids with the smiles on their face and just getting to make their days has been really good the last couple weeks or the last couple days. It's definitely something that I'll never take for granted, and I'm just really excited to get another chance to come back here next year.
Jacob Brenner, Baseball America. For both of you guys, what kind of a statement does this make maybe for West Coast baseball? That you guys were here and Oregon State and Arizona as well.
All Pac-12 schools, I feel like everyone doubts the West Coast, and I think it was a good showing from us. And it's kind of nice to put UCLA back on the map. I think everyone hyped us up last year, didn't turn out, kind of go overlooked this year, and then we came out swinging. So nothing we really could do more. We worked hard, and just happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, the West can hang with anybody. And we're one of the top of the last 8 teams standing, along with Arizona and Oregon State. Something that I thought was pretty cool today is we were taking BP, and Coach Canham of Oregon State came in and told us to, represent the West well. And I thought that was pretty special because, just coming from the same conference last year and, just really being together. But, the West can play with anybody. We showed that this year. Oregon State showed that, and so did U of A.
Kairi-san, Daily Bruin. For either of the players, just between how last year went, losing the ballpark in the fall, navigating a new conference, and just making it back to Omaha for the first time in 12 years, what are you going to remember most about this team, about this entire experience?
I think just everyone coming together, coaches, they all got our back. Everyone's working hard. You got the parents coming around us, donors coming through. It's like everyone came around us during that time. Everyone was helping out, going to Birmingham High School on buses. You couldn't ask for a better support system. It was great, and that's really it.
Yeah, just kind of going off that, I think the people really made this year. He said earlier that there was really no one that thought we'd be here right now, and the only people that did think that we would be here was our guys and the people around us. It's a great group of people, and I think that that's what really made this year.
Take one more for the student athletes.
Noah Beanick, 11.7. Peyton, I believe you were at bat at the end of the first inning. Could you walk me through that perspective of Dean? He had a great lead halfway down the third base line, attempts to steal home. It's so marginal, but that could have been a big inning, right?
It's been so long ago, I don't even really remember. I'm just inning by inning, pitch by pitch, that's it. I trust Dean to do his thing, and I'm trying to do my thing, so I trust what he was thinking, and that's all he can really do. Just trust each other.
Peyton, Rock, we appreciate your time. Congrats on a great run. Okay, we'll open it up to questions for Coach.
Eric Sorensen, D1 Baseball. John, hell of a season, man. It was really, really fun to follow you guys this year. But kind of what I was asking Rock, I'll ask you the same thing. I've never seen a team, there's a couple tears, but I've never seen a team more happy, it seemed like, at the end of getting eliminated. In a way, just that there was joy. What do you think explains that joy in what they had for this season and how it manifested up at the end?
Yeah, I don't know if happy's the right word, but I think just togetherness and they didn't want it to end, and they just responded in a way that they've kind of responded all year, win, lose, or draw, and it just goes to show you the team and how much they thought of each other, and Peyton said it and Rock said it, and nobody's making it up. You don't need to remember something that you're saying because it's genuine every time you're going through this thing. So I just think at the end of the day, it's a really special group of guys that went through some really hard times, and I think they appreciate Omaha, they appreciate being here, going out the way we did. Nobody was happy in terms of how that ended, but at the same time, just in terms of what they accomplished as a group, I think they just felt like almost staying out on the field, and like you said, I haven't seen that either. That was a pretty special moment for a bunch of young people to get together on the same team, enjoy this unbelievable place.
Jacob Runner, Baseball America. We asked you about this before the College World Series started, but how did you feel like the former Pac-12 schools represented the West Coast, and what does this say maybe for you guys moving forward?
It's a tough tournament. Thought they represented themselves well. Oregon State beat Florida State. Arizona went to North Carolina and won that. We beat a really good UTSA team that beat up Texas. Pretty well, pretty good. This is a hard tournament, and to be still playing on Tuesday, I guess, the rain, that was a tough situation. To play last night and to play this morning, and come back, you wouldn't draw that up for anybody, but at the same time, I'm not making any sort of excuses. But I think the West, a lot of good players on the West, a lot of good coaches on the West. I think it has a bright future. I mean, bright future is maybe not the right word, but, because, you look at the national championships and you look at the history of Omaha, West Coast teams, but, things have changed. I mean, everybody knows things have changed in terms of the facilities and the power and, the SEC clearly had a huge day, right? I mean, with Arkansas and LSU, but at the same time, I think we can certainly build off this, and this team, wants to be back.
Noah Darling, College Baseball Central. Coach, talking about things that have changed. First year in the Big Ten. As you kind of reflect but also look ahead, what makes you excited about the future of Big Ten baseball? And on the other hand, how does the league get more teams in the NCAA tournament, eventually more teams in Omaha?
Well, I think everybody just has to schedule better. At the end of the day, RPI, it has a chance to have a really good RPI because, a lot of the Big Ten teams from the other part of the country have to play a lot of road games, so their RPI does get pretty good. There was some really good teams. Indiana was good. Penn State was good. Iowa was good. Clearly Oregon was good. USC was very good. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to get into the tournament, just the way it's set up. But I just think us coaches have to get together and make sure we build these schedules out to where everybody's RPI is, relatively high. You got to win games. I mean, you can build a schedule, but you got to win games. So, you got to win games. But I think you should have to play the right people in the right spots. And so it's going to take, I think, the whole conference to get together and make sure that people are doing their part to build their RPI and to build their schedules outside of conference, because inside of conference, it is what it is. But I have extremely high hopes for the Big Ten. And just being through it, like I've said it several times, I think it has a chance to have a really good future in baseball.
We'll take one more question.
Lawrence Price with TNT Sports. Coach, your players talked about it, and you just mentioned it, of getting back here. And then in your opening statement, you talked about just building on it and a stepping stone. Can you elaborate on what that next step looks like in your imagination, or what that will look like next year, especially with taking such a big leap?
I just, you got to evaluate everything. You got to evaluate what you do. You got to evaluate how you go about each and every day. You got to evaluate the talent. You got to evaluate the balance of the roster. You got to evaluate the portal. You got to look at the draft. You got to look at what's coming in from high school. You got to build out academics. There's just so much that makes a team, that makes a program. Strength. That's the one thing I would say that I walked away from this thing, is we got to get a lot stronger physically. Now, some of these guys are 23 and there's some of us are 18. That just alone in itself makes a difference. But at the same time, we got to get stronger physically. I could walk away saying that as a group. I think our starting pitching has to get better, clearly. We've had really good starting pitching. But, we have to make sure that we have a couple front line ones and twos that will carry the freight over the weekend. And we have a chance. Several guys have a chance to be those guys. So there's a lot of things that you got to still look at and say, you know what, we got to get better in those areas. And that I love doing that. That's part of my job, and certainly we're going to be looking at a lot of different things.
Coach, we appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
That'll conclude our press conference.